you today. I have to bring up the chat, and I'm still having coffee. Let's see if we can get a couple people to pop in. I don't know why I couldn't find the live right away, so hopefully now that, because I had it scheduled, so it should have been available, but it wasn't popping up for me, so I'm not sure if that's what happened for everybody else. So hopefully now that I'm live, I will pop up for everyone. I'm trying to find the comments so that I can watch those as you guys pop in. I know that Thursday afternoons are not the busiest. I don't have as many people as I do on Tuesday nights, but I'm so happy to have you with me. And if you can only watch the replay on Thursdays, I'm so grateful for you. Very excited to have you guys with me. And I hope that you will enjoy this project. We are using the Bee My Valentine Bundle this week, and I think I'm going to use it next week because I just am not finished with it. I have made some really cute projects, but I think that there's so much more I need to show you with this set. And so I think I'm going to do another week of it. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is my membership group. I'm really passionate about it because I think it's a great group of women. Hey Joyce, hey Sherry. It finally showed that I had some people in here. I'm so glad. Hey Lou. Yeah, so I'm really passionate about my Inky Hands crew membership. It's $7.99 a month. You get 2 video tutorials a week to your inbox. You just have to make sure that you sign up for my email newsletter. And in the description of every video, I have my email newsletter in there. The link, it's at the very bottom of the description, almost at the very end. And if you go in there and you sign up, then I can get you set up to send out your newsletter for you every Friday morning. So I send you a tutorial. Hey Eileen, thanks for joining us. So I send those out. You get 2 video tutorials, you get descriptions, you get detailed photos, and then twice a month we do challenges. We do a color challenge and we do a sketch challenge. And I think that has been really a lot of fun. Excuse me. I think everybody has really enjoyed participating in the challenges, and I just think they're just the best fun, and it gets you stamping, it gets you thinking in other colors, it gets you pushing yourself out of your box, trying to figure out how to use that particular sketch, and I think it just helps to make, like, grow you as a stamper. So I would love to have more people join. I appreciate those of you who are referring your friends, and I think we can build a really fun community of Inky Hands crew members. All right, guys, that's enough about that. We just have a few more days with the last chance products. January 3rd is the last day, so if there's any paper on there that you want, if there's any dies or stamp sets, I have a video on the last chance products, so if you have not looked, you can check out that video and see if there's anything there that you might be interested in. And when you go to my online store, you can see what's available under last chance products. We also have our online exclusives, which, by the way, I think are amazing. I love that we have products that we don't have to worry about a catalog, and we have all these little small infusions of extra things just when you're like, oh my gosh, look at that, that's so cute. So I am excited about the online exclusives, and I hope you are too. I did an entire week of Fluffiest Friends, and they are so cute, and they're online exclusives. Here's a sneak peek of those, but you can check them out on my store. So that's the little set. So there's a cute little chubby bear, a chubby kitty, a beaver, a bunny, a chick, and a hamster. And it is just the cutest little bundle. I did an entire week, so I have videos on that for you to see. And my membership group actually got 2 extra videos with that. Hey, Cheryl, thanks for joining us. If you haven't subscribed for Paper Pumpkin, you are not going to want to miss 2024 Paper Pumpkin. I think it's going to be the best year yet we've ever had. It gets better and better and better. This is going to be my 4th year doing Paper Pumpkin. And every single box I get gets better and better. There are dies that coordinate with the January, February, March Paper Pumpkin that you can purchase. They're $12. It's an add-on. But the cool thing is that it will go with all 3 kits. The kits have stamp sets and ink spots. Here's the dies. They're called the Love of Spring. And this one here goes with the January. You can see that there's some die cuts in the kit that say love, but if you have the die set, you can cut more of those out. This leaf here is from the March kit. The daffodil is from the February, and then they gave us an extra die. These are still available, so if you're interested, you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get any of the add-ons. So if you haven't tried Paper Pumpkin, you can try it for 1 month. You can sign up if you go to my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. You just click on Paper Pumpkin, and there's a link there for you to join. So that is, I'm really excited about this kit in particular because I was asked to present at convention for my fellow demonstrators, and the bundle or the suite that they gave me was the Perennial Lavender suite, and it coordinates with this January kit. So I'm so excited to see what the Paper Pumpkin kit has that coordinates with that beautiful suite of products that I was able to present to my fellow demonstrators in November. All right, kits collection. I don't have the January one yet, but the December kit was Painted Wishes, and it is a gorgeous kit, and it's very inexpensive. It's only $14 for 9 cards. Where else can you get 9 cards for $14? They are birthday, friend cards, and thank you cards. So it's a nice array. Hey Mima, thanks for joining us. And for those 9 cards for $14, you can't beat that. They're beautiful, and they can start you on your way to the cards that you need to send out this year. The other one is this November kit that came out November 1st. It is a trifold card. So basically, that you have the base of the card, you have one folds like this and one folds like this. So you open your card out like that. So it's a 3-part. And this one's $20 for 9 cards, and you get 3 each of 3 designs. And this is a really beautiful kit. And then I know it's not Easter yet, but you might as well get a jump start. I sell PDFs of my paper piecing patterns, and I do quite a few weeks of Easter projects, just like I do quite a few weeks of Halloween and quite a few weeks of Valentine's Day. And so I have this paper piecing pattern for 2023 Easter projects. All the videos are located on my channel, and they're linked in the PDF for each paper piecing pattern of which video it goes with. And if you're interested, those are available for sale in my online store under Project PDFs. If you go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com, in the menu Product PDFs, you will find the pattern for this one. I also have my Halloween ones in there as well. All right. This is our new catalog that begins on January 4th and our mini celebration brochure. And this celebration and mini catalog are one of the best offerings I've seen in quite a while. The mini catalog has things that I've never seen Stampin' Up! Do before. They're not just regurgitated repeats, right? Like, they are some really unique, interesting things and spins on different styles. So I can't open the catalog for you, but I can show you the front cover. But I do want to share that there are some really, really great products in here. And if you are new to me and you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like me to be your demonstrator, let me know, and I'd be happy to send you these. You can contact me via email or send me a comment on the video. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. We are using the Bee My Valentine Bundle. It has this fun punch that cuts out the bee, and you can't really tell what you have here, right? But let me show you Sunday's project. So this was the card I did on Sunday, and there's a video on my channel for it. So this little bee is what you get out of these parts and pieces. So you have different little faces, 4 little faces you can put on the bee. Lots of sentiments. I love stamp sets that have lots of sentiments. You have some honeycomb, quite a few little hearts. You have this cool little oval, which actually makes the bumblebee. And then you have some florals, and then of course the little trail path or whatever that the bee is flying. This is just the cutest set, and like I said, I have had so much fun playing with this set that I'm going to do another week with it. I think that you will enjoy having many options as to what you choose to do with it. My card on Tuesday night used the designer series paper that also has multiple bees on there, and it is a really fun project. So far these are the 2 projects that I have had on my channel. If you're a member, you get 2 additional, and then today's will be the 3rd project that I have made for this on my channel public for everyone. So this is what we are going to be making today. It is my square pillow boxes, and how cute is this box? It is just the funnest shape. And it has this cool little tab here for you to pull, and then another one for you to pull here to open your little box. I don't have anything in this one, but I just think this is the cutest little box to give a really fun treat in, and it's really a no-brainer. So when you purchase this set of boxes, you're going to get this package right here. And the best part of this is that you don't even need adhesive. You heard me correct. No adhesive required. They have adhesive attached onto your box so that you don't even have to put adhesive on here. So I am going to show you how I cut my DSP to fit this box because it is an unusual shape. Okay, so I'm going to grab a scrap piece of copy paper, just printer paper. And as you can see on your box, you have these score lines, which you want to score really well when you put this together. You're going to want to really bend your box on all of these little score lines and make sure that you have a good score all the way around your piece, okay? That is the key to getting this box to be as awesome as it is, okay? But first, what we're gonna do is, you see these score lines right here that are raised? That's the piece we're going to use. So we're gonna put the raised score lines up, and you're gonna grab a piece of copy paper. And then I'm going to grab my pencil if I can find it. Oh, here it is. I thought I lost it for a minute. And you don't want to use a mechanical. You want to use a real wood pencil. I'm going to bring this down so that you guys can see a little better. Okay. See how you can see through the copy paper? But you don't actually have to see through it. You just want to make sure that your paper covers that piece. You're going to take your pencil, and all you're going to do is rub. And look what's happening as I rub. What am I getting? The outline of that shape that I want to use to cut my DSP in that size. So if you're wondering, do I have to take one of those boxes apart? The answer is absolutely not. Just take a pencil and a piece of copy paper and get your piece to be the outline of that piece. So then what we're going to do next is we're going to take our paper snips and we're going to cut close, but not right on there. Okay, I'm going to throw that other part away. And I'm just going to cut on the outline, the outside of that thick line. So there's one. Two. Three. I kept hearing from demonstrators that they were sacrificing one of their boxes to get a pattern, and I said, there's just no way I'm sacrificing one of my boxes. I want to use all of them. And so there has to be a better way. And so I just kept thinking and thinking, what can I do? What can I do to get that pattern? Like, there has to be a good way to get that pattern. And then all of a sudden, it just like hit me one day. Oh my gosh, I could trace it. I could literally do like children do and make like impressions with like pencil. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my really cool white erasers, and I don't want this pencil mark all over my hands when I'm tracing onto my designer series paper. So I'm just going to slowly hold my piece in place and erase all my pencil lines because I've already cut it out, so I don't need them on there. So now this is my template that I can use to do my DSP. So what you're going to use is you're going to need a piece of DSP, and I chose to use the one that's the honey pot, but I wanted the little buzz lines that are going everywhere. And you see how these go really high into a point? I didn't need those teeny tippy points up there. So I am not worrying about those. I just want the best I can get. So I'm just going to stick this in the corner like this. I'm actually going to turn it to the other side. I just wanted to show you the side I wanted. And we're going to trace it on this side. But we want to put our piece so that we get the corners in the corner. So I cut this piece 4 inches. And so since I'm doing 2 of them, we need 4 by 4 for the one, you know, for your one piece. So what you want to do is get these tips in the corner. And you'll see on mine that it doesn't go all the way up to the very toppity tip, but that's okay. See how it still looks amazing? You still have your points, but they don't go right to the very edge. So it's okay to have that little bit of a gap. So I just place this on the corners and make sure that my top corners are straight. And then I'm just going to take that same pencil. Well, if I don't drop it on the floor like I just did. And I'm going to trace on the back side. And we're going to get this one. And remember we did on the outside of that line. This time when we cut, we're going to cut on the inside of our line. I wanted to make sure it was big enough, which is why I cut it on the outside of that traced line when I scrubbed. But now I know that it will be big enough if I cut on the inside of that line. So we're going to go ahead and cut on the inside of that line. And this pattern is actually very forgiving. Because of the way the box bows out, if it doesn't meet exactly perfect, it still looks amazing. So don't stress if yours is not perfect, because mine was not, and it still turned out pretty amazing. So here's this one. I'm going to go to the corner. I'm going to just try and make this into a point, even if it's a little wider than the point. Which is why, like, see right here, the line goes outside of the point. I'm still going to bring it in to that point. It's right there. Okay? So there's that one. And we're going to do it for both sides, but I'm not going to do that today with you guys. I just wanted to show you. So these little pieces you can just discard. I don't think you're going to use a tiny little zing. So this is something you can just get rid of. But keep this pattern, and then you can just call it your square pillow box pattern. And then you can just put it in the bag that comes with your boxes, and then you can use it as many times as you need to. It is not a difficult cut at all. You're right, Eileen. It's actually pretty easy to do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our box ready. So the parts with the adhesive are the outside of the box. So that's the part that you want to make sure that you're doing all your little bending on. You want this part to be out. This is the front and the outside of the box. Now there's a glossy side, and then there's a matte side. The matte side is the outside of the box. The glossy side is the inside, because these are food safe. So if you put cookies in here, or, you know, I don't know, dog biscuits, cat treats for a neighbor, and you decorated it to, not necessarily with the bee, but to go with like your theme of whatever you're putting inside. It is food safe, so it won't grease up the outside of the box. It's kind of coated, so that's the inside. And like I said, the best tip is just to take your time and slowly bend your box. Once you have all the little bends ready to go, it makes your life so much easier. So I just take my time, bring my fingers around. This is not the time for the bone folder. This is a time for your fingers to be your tool. And you're just going to slowly grab your points. And you're going to do it on the front and the back, little by little. Make sure that you are nice and ready to go, okay? And then what I recommend is that you only peel off one of these at a time. I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit because the box does get a little big, but I will bring this up so that you can see. So these are, you can peel these off, so you're just going to pull and remove that adhesive, okay? And that's going to be the inside. This one on this side is going to stick to this, but I do one at a time because I don't want something to stick by accident. So what I'm doing here is I'm placing it along that bend right here, and I'm letting it find that crease that I gave it. And you can see I'm not even sticking anything yet, but it wants to stick. So as soon as you get this corner up here, you can go ahead. See how it naturally grabs, then just press in like that. And that's your first side. So now we're going to do it again. We're going to peel this piece off, okay? And we're going to press this in, only we're doing it the opposite direction. So this time we're going to put this bottom section along that curve, like that. And when you get to this top section, it naturally wants to fold in. When you join this corner to this corner, it wants to close on you. So you can just let it go as long as you have your piece in there nicely. And this is pretty sticky, this adhesive. I keep sticking my finger to it. You can hear me snapping it on and off. So once I have that corner up here good, then I can start pressing my box into place, just like that. Hi, Sherry, welcome back. Sherry S. Sherry G is here too. Hey, Mom, I forgot to say hi to Mom, I think. Sorry, Mom. So that's how you get your box into place. And so now this piece here that has the open ends, this is the back of the box. So this goes in first. And then this, you just hold this in place and press this one. And then it forms your cool little box. Isn't this the coolest box? I just love the shape of it. So now we're going to get our silicone mat out. And we're going to get our glue. And our fingers are going to get a little sticky. So I'm going to get a baby wipe because it's just the way it is. You can use a non-wet adhesive. But why I use the wet glue is I like the wiggle room that it gives me. So I'm going to use my green and white glue. And I'm going to start. And the most important thing to me is that I get the outer pieces glued so that I have a string there. And then I'm just going to wiggle across the middle like that. All right. And so I want my bee lines to be up and down. I don't want them across. If you want yours across, then you can put yours across. I want mine up and down. So I'm just going to lay the middle first and kind of find my piece. And then once I have it, because the wiggle room that the glue gives you, you can move your pieces. And then you're just going to little by little attach your corners. I love the wiggle room of this glue. It's fantastic. And so little by little, I'm going to do that. Now I do have a little bit of overhang. And so all you're going to do is bring your scissor in. And because these paper snips are so thin bladed, they find those extra pieces. And it trims them so easily. And that's all I did all the way around my box. And then I just made sure to smooth that side. And I did it on all 4 sides. So if I have a little bit of an overhang here, I just want to make sure I don't want to cut that entire point off. And if you need to put a little bit more glue in your point, you can. This one was not as gluey, so I'm going to go ahead and press that into place. And then I can bring my scissor in and just do a little bit of cosmetic trimming all the way around. That's why it doesn't matter if you're not a perfect cutter. This box is very forgiving. Very forgiving. And you can do it left-handed. I'm trying to do it the opposite way for you guys that might be left-handed. I have a friend, Lee. She's left-handed, so she might look at this video and go, what about me? So I'm trying to do it left-handed to show you that even lefties can do it. I'm using my right hand, but I'm going in the direction that a lefty would go. So there's that side. And so I just have a tiny little bit left on this one end, and then we can decorate our box. Isn't this just the cutest? I love boxes, but I love when I don't have to come up with a really cool shape like this. And I can get a pretty cool box. So we're almost done here. I have a tiny little bit left. Oops, I think there was a snag there. There we go. My tiny little trim right here. All right. So then you're just going to smooth your edges with your hand and just make sure that you smooth everything, and then your box looks super cute. All right, so let me cover my glue, get any glue that might be on my fingers off, and get rid of these little tiny little extra pieces that I had on my box. All right. So we're going to decorate it, but this ribbon that I am using is from the Celebration brochure. It is free with a $50 order during January and February, and if you love ribbon, you're going to love this one. I love Pool Party. I like that color a lot, but I love that this crinkle in the ribbon. I think it's so pretty. And I'm trying to show it to you guys really close so that you can see how it is. It's soft, but the edges are firm. So when you tie it, it ties a pretty bow. So we are going to get 20 inches of ribbon because that's how much we need. So let me get my ruler out. So there's 12 and 8, that's 20. All right, I'll put the rest of this away. I love that I can keep getting more of this ribbon for free if I need to before the end of the thing is over. All right, let's put my ruler away. So we are going to take our box and we are going to tie our ribbon on the side. And I like to put my pieces even. And the top of the box is the part that has the tab, okay? So once you've crossed over your ribbon here, you want to hold your first loop, wrap around, pull through. Thanks for coming, Joyce. I appreciate you popping in. I think I need to make this end a little longer. It's too short, so I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to move that and make this piece a little longer. Okay. So now I have a longer tail. I had to try that again. And you can adjust your bows like that by just sliding it down a little bit and giving yourself a longer tail on one side. All right, so see how pretty it makes your bow. It's very, very easy to tie. I mean, I did it on camera, so if I did it on camera, you could definitely do it at your house. Because tying in person, I think, is easier than tying on camera. When I'm by myself, I can tie a beautiful bow. When I try and tie it on camera, I have a hard time. All right, so to get these peaks, I did some peaks on my end. I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors. And so I fold my piece in half, and I'm going to put the two edges that are the firmer edges together, okay? And I'm going to cut from the firm edge in at an angle like this, in on an angle. So when I let go, I have that cute little edge. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to put the two firm edges in, and I'm going to cut from the firm edges in at an angle, and then I have those cute little peaks at the end of my ribbon. And then if you need to straighten it out because you cut it a little crooked because it's a crinkle ribbon, you can easily come in with your ribbon scissors and straighten out your cut. But isn't that so fun? So now we have our little box ready, and we just have to put our bumblebee on there. So we're going to start with, I actually didn't do it ahead of time. Can you believe it? I wanted to show you guys how to use everything. So we're going to use the punch, and I need 3 Pool Party hearts. So I'm going to use this one to get those. And I'm just using scraps of Pool Party. You don't need much. And you want to just stick it in from the side here and punch your little heart. And so I'm going to punch my next one. And then, of course, I have confetti. But I'm just going to put all the little trash on one side and then slide it in one more time. I love all the confetti we get. So there's my 3 hearts. And then I will just trim this and save it for something else. All right. So there is that. I'm going to go ahead and throw that away. So I have my 3 little hearts. And those are going to get mini dimensionals on the back of them. So let's go ahead and just get them prepped. Flip them over here and put our mini dimensionals on the back. There we go. All right, so those are ready to go when it's their turn. All right, so now we're going to work on our little bee. And I decided to make my bee red. So we're going to stamp, whoops, my power cord. So we're going to stamp this little oval in real red ink on a scrap. Now, I do mind which direction I'm going to put it in. And so the punch goes this way. So I want the stinger on that side. And if I'm putting in my piece, I'm going to put it this way. So I might as well do the wings first, because then I can do that wing and then that wing, and then I can turn my paper over. So let's do the wings first. So for the wings, let me close this because I'll stick my finger in it. I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black. And you see the angle of that heart is that direction. So that's how I have to stamp it. So here's the wings. So it's on a kind of diagonal. So there they are inked up, and that's how it's going to go in here. So I'm going to go 1 like that. And then I'm going to do another one above it. Or maybe next. No, yeah, next to it, I think. So there's my other one. Okay. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to close this before I make a mess. And I'm going to clean my stamp because that's just who I am. Thanks, Meme. We are going to use our Stampin' Blends, and I'm using Light Pool Party because you might as well tie the color in, right? So the wings are going to be Pool Party. So all I'm going to use is the brush tip, and I'm just going to color, and I'm going to finish that heart out in the bottom. All right. So I'm going to come here and finish that heart and color. Look how quick those wings come together. So there they are. And then because I stamped them the direction that the punch goes, we can put this in here and punch our heart. So there's wing number 1. Gonna get it in here just right. You just have to angle it. Wing number 2. And some confetti. I love the confetti that we get out of these punches when we use them. All right, so now I've done my wings. Now I can do my bee, because now when I put this in, see how those are already cut out, so it's not wasting any paper, right? Actually, I'm going to use this little section here and do my antenna. So the antenna is this little heart. So this piece here is the little small heart. So I'm going to stamp it in between these 2 hearts. And I have to find the antenna first so I can stamp it. I have it on one of these punches. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. So we're going to use Memento Black. So I'm going to stamp it kind of upside down, because see how that heart is upside down? So we're going to stamp it like that. Okay. And then when we put it in the punch, we're going to find that piece and punch it out. All right. So there are my little bee antennas. So now comes our red. So we're going to use the black too, but let's do the red. So we're gonna do our bee from this side. Remember, it's gonna come out this direction. So we're going to go ahead. You just have to keep looking at the punch when you're stamping because it helps you to be able to cut it out. So we're going to ink up our little oval, and I'm going to stamp that in this section right here. So there is my bee. Looks like I have, yeah, I have a little speck right there, but that's okay. I don't mind. We're going to go ahead and clean it. It's handmade, so it's not going to be perfect, and I'm not concerned about that. So we're going to, plus the black may cover it, you never know. So now we're going to get our Memento Tuxedo Black, and we are going to do the stripes. So I'm going to ink up my piece, and I'm going to try and not make a mess with my ink pad. So we're going to go ahead and hover our little stripes over the top until we press that into place. And if I'm a little off, it's okay. I'm going to use my Stampin' Right marker, which I am, a tiny smidge. It's because it's far away from me when I'm stamping on camera. It's not right close to me. If I were to stamp it myself, it's actually very easy to line up. But if I brought it so close to me, the camera wouldn't catch it for you guys. So it's okay if you do make a mistake. You're going to either use your brush tip or your fine tip, and you're just going to color that in till it meets the little oval like that. And now we're going to use the punch one more time, but first I got to clean because I know I'm going to stick my hand in that stamp and make a mess. All right. So let's grab our piece and we're going to place it in here. See, all those things that are punched up top don't matter anymore because we're going to punch our little bumblebee. We're going to leave a little white border around our little red lovely bee here. So there he is. And then I can trim all of this stuff away and use this scrap for other things. But you see how well I got everything out of that piece by paying attention to the punch and how it should be. So let's go ahead and give our bee his little face. So it's attached on here, so I need my Memento Tuxedo Black. We're going to give him his cute little face. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. All right, let me clean that, and that's the last of the stamping. We're going to assemble our little guy now. We can close our punch. I'm gonna get these ink pads off my table and make room so you guys can see what's going on here. I have quite the mess. I'm really good at making a mess. But I keep a basket next to me and I kind of toss everything into it and then I clean up later. Thank God for that basket. All right, so let's see. We're gonna decorate this box. So we're gonna take our wings and they're gonna go on either side. And I kind of put them a little bit on an angle. Okay, so I'm gonna put some wet adhesive on these tips. These parts that don't have the stamped area, those parts are going to be hidden when you attach your wings onto your bee. Okay, so I'm kind of angling them as you can see. So there he is. Now he needs his little antenna. And isn't it cute that they used a heart to help us? So we didn't have to fussy cut those. And it doubles as the hearts that I'm using on here. So it makes it even better, don't you think? I love this little bundle. I just think it's the cutest and it makes the cutest projects. All right, so we are going to put some dimensionals, regular size, on our bee. So I'm gonna put 2 there. I'm going to use a mini on this heart. And I'm going to take these guys and put them like that on the wings. Not all the way up to the top because they may stick out a little bit. And we have our 3 little hearts here. The only thing we need to do is our sentiment. So I did Be Mine, and I just used a scrap, a 1/2 inch piece of scrap. Now you get a lot of 1/2 inch pieces when you cut your cardstock down for layers on top of your card. You get a 1/2 inch piece. So I have tons of 1/2 inch pieces. And so it's the perfect size. I save them for sentiment strips. So we're going to go ahead and open our red again, and we're going to stamp our Be Mine, which is down here at the bottom. Hopefully I'm doing good because it's far away from me. Oh yeah, not too bad. I'm not unhappy with that. All right, let's clean our words and we'll get it ready to go. And then we'll attach everything and our project will be done except for filling it up. So we're going to use our scissors here and we're going to just angle cut and then angle cut. And I'm actually going to trim mine down just slightly because I feel like it's just too big. I just stamped it too far down. But if you stamp yours in the middle, you don't have to do that. All right. So let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on our sentiment. And because I trimmed mine down, I have to use minis. But if you keep yours at a 1/2 inch, you can use the regular dimensionals. And I only used 2 because they were the larger ones. Okay, so let's put our bee on first. So let me get my take your pick tool. Oh yeah, I found the cap. I had lost that cap, I don't even know how long ago. It finally just showed up one day. I think it was lonely wherever it had landed, and it finally made its way back to where I needed to find it. All right, so we're gonna put our bee first, and I want him to kind of secure that ribbon down. So I'm gonna slide my ribbon up a little bit, and then I'm gonna place him so that his wing is over and on, and then the bottom part of him kind of holds on to that section. So now it won't shift and move around on us. So next we're going to add the words because we want those to be in a certain place, and those hearts act like our embellishments. But I will show you the embellishments that are part of this suite, and it is a really cute pack of embellishments. So there is the Be Mine, and then we're going to add these 3 little hearts on top. Yes, I love a double duty punch. Absolutely love it. Don't you? I think it's amazing. My computer decided to fall asleep, and so I have to wake it up. Okay, there we go. So we're going to put one here, one in this corner, and then one at the bottom near that Be Mine. Look at that little cutie. And now on the original box, I did the front and the back, but you don't have to. You could leave it white, but I am going to go back and undo this bow and do that. I just didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me cut it out twice. So that's why I only did the front, but I am going to do a second one. I do love the front and the back being red and then just the sides being white. I love this little box. I think it is super cute. I'm going to bring you guys back up so that you can see everything, and I'm going to try and clean up my mess. So we have this cute, this cute little box for our project today, and it is available as part of the suite. Here's the embellishments. I'm going to open them so that you could see the flowers and hearts that are at the top. So you get, I'm going to put it behind here. I want you to see that. So you get the bright red, the pink, the yellow, and the pool party. This is such a cute embellishment pack. I love the flowers and the hearts. They're really cute, and they actually go with some of the designer series paper that is part of the suite. The DSP is a must-have. The whole suite is really great, and so I highly recommend that at minimum you get the bundle. If you want to extend your bundle out, you at the very least get the designer series paper to go with it. The boxes, of course, are optional, as well as these embellishments, but I think that the boxes and the embellishments just make the suite even better. What's your favorite part of this project, or which project so far this week has been your favorite? Do you like the box? Do you like this card or this card? Let's call this 1 because this was Sunday. This one's number 2 because it was Tuesday, and then today is Thursday. Which one of these is your favorite project for the week? And does anybody have any questions? Has anybody bought this set already as a pre-order because they're demonstrator? Number 2, you love that little card from Tuesday night, Sherry. I love it too. And the designer series paper definitely makes that card come to life. So you definitely want to get the DSP when you get yours, because that's what I used to put together that card for the most part. I did use the hearts and the sentiment out of the stamp set, but I really think that the bundle and the DSP are must-haves. Fantastic. Don't forget also, guys, about that stamp camp that I'm being involved in. I did talk about it on Tuesday, but I will bring it up again. I can sign up all U.S. demonstrators, but it is an international stamp camp. So try and contact me if you are from another country and you're interested in joining, and I'll try and hook you up with somebody in your country that is part of the group. But it is 13 make and takes, and those are sent to you with a tutorial. They also will be on a blog hop. On my blog, you'll get to see all 13 projects. The only thing you need to do to join the stamp camp is to purchase 5 products from me, and I will give you what the 5 products are, and you can enter into the stamp camp. You'll get 13 make and takes and then 13 alternate projects. Thanks, Mima. Thanks, Eileen. I really hope that you guys choose to join me and be part of it. Any demo can join, any hobby demo, any business demo. It is open to everyone, which is what makes it so fantastic. We have artisans involved in it. It's going to be really fun, and I will have a flyer advertising it soon. But I highly recommend that you decide if you want to go prior to the 4th of January, because that is when you have to order it to get into the stamp camp, and I don't want anyone to miss out on getting what they need to do their make and take projects. Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate you. Does anybody have any questions for me? I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm excited and honored to be chosen to be part of that group. They've been around for years, and I will be part of it, and you will be able to get into one of these every single time a new catalog launches. So you can do one 3 times a year, and I just think it's going to be such a fun addition. And just anytime you can get 26 projects for one set of products, that's just fantastic, isn't it? All right, guys, it looks like there's no questions. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. I will stick around in the comments after the video ends just in case. The chat does stay up if you don't close it. So if anybody has, oh good, Cheryl, you're going to be part of the Stamp Camp. Fantastic. I'm so excited that you're going to want to join. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat because I will be in the chat with you for a few minutes past the end of the video. I know with the ads that YouTube throws on these live videos, everybody's in different places on the video, I think, depending on when you join in. So I don't want to miss anybody that might have a question. So I will be in the chat answering any questions that you may have. And I appreciate you guys being here today. And don't forget to tell your friends about me. I hope that they find my channel. I need one more person to subscribe to my channel to get me to my goal by the end of the year. And I have just a few days left, 3 days to make my goal. So I need one more subscriber in 3 days. So please share my video. I appreciate it if you do. And if you are my subscriber that signs up, thank you very much. I appreciate you for signing up and getting me to my goal by the end of 2023. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you so much. Like I said, I will be in the comments. And I appreciate having you guys here today with me. Thanks for being here and look forward to another week of this cute Be My Valentine bundle for next week. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!